She says the Russian invasion drove home her feeling that Taiwan's uneasy stalemate over the last 75 years with nearby China could end soon, and Taiwan could be invaded next. Zheng says she wanted people to see how terrifying war in Taiwan would actually be, and to prompt people in and out of Taiwan to work so that a war with China never happens. Zheng says actors and directors and investors were at first nervous about being involved in anything that could get them shadow banned in China. But as China spends record amounts to expand and modernize its military, the zeitgeist in Taiwan is also changing. Zero Day ended up being funded by Taiwan's Ministry of Culture and the semiconductor billionaire Robert Cao.
Well, I'm Robert Cao.
I recently met Cao at his palatial apartment in Taipei. While he was a tech executive running a multi-billion-dollar chip maker, he oversaw huge investment in China. Now he's flipped, and he's dedicated to something else entirely in Taiwan.
To help Taiwan to fight against China in the so-called opinion warfare.
Opinion warfare. Basically, trying to counter what he sees as Chinese propaganda in Taiwan by funding content made domestically. He dismissed criticism from Taiwan's opposition party that Zero Day
in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions, paid advertisement.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent. So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than free detergent, and it doesn't leave irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
I just want to deal with that, so I might have to anyway.
It's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick.
I don't see one right there. Oh, there's one
so
right there.
there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors.
What's up? Good morning. Gotta hop out the car for a minute. Gotta grab something. Hey, make sure you subscribe. I appreciate it. I'm just leaving the gym.
50% off all outerwear for the fam. Yep, 50% off all outerwear for the fam. Explore your cozy layers this Sunday. In store only. Valid 10/20. Excludes clearance inactive.
Wear those iconic Whataburger colors to blow up in the G-Bag Nation. And she's a beauty. Find out how to grab your free flag at 1053thefan.com/events. Flag Tolos proudly presented by Southern Leisure Spas and Patio. Get your flag Tolos from the Fan. Hey, and it's back to Sean and RJ on 1053 The Fan segment here, brought to you by Classic Chevrolet. Classic Chevrolet in Grapevine is the #1 Chevy dealer in the world. More Silverados than anyone else. This is Texas. This is Classic Chevrolet. Together, let's drive, relax, enjoy the difference based on new Chevrolet registrations 2023. The great Bobby Belt.
Bobby Belt is an idiot.
Don't make me take off my belt.
Don't make me take off my belt.
We're not. Over to you, Bobby. Jerry. He is back at it.
I don't know, sometimes.
Once again. Jerry Jones gave an interview to Jarrett Bell from USA Today on Tuesday night.
I'll get somebody else to ask these questions.
Well, Jerry. Yeah, Jerry. It's Jarrett Bell is who we got to ask him these questions this time. And I will say this, is that for all the I'll get somebody else to ask these questions, most of the questions it seems like he's already received lately have been similar to the ones we asked him. Interesting. Like Diana Rossini and Jarrett Bell, they're asking him the same sort of questions we were. So I think he's going to run into those questions regardless. But Jerry Jones had given an interview to Jarrett Bell on Tuesday night as he was getting into his car leaving owners meetings. Jarrett wrote about it yesterday. And here was the money quote. He was asked, for real, would you consider replacing these fans of or these hosts of the Fan? He said, I don't know. I'll tell you what. Dale Hansen and Brad Sham had to take a leave when they went too far, one way or another. He said the buck does stop with him, but he says, but they're my own folks. That's like Brad and Dale putting it on us during a ball game. RJ Choppy, Would you agree with that? Would you say that's similar to, or are we similar to Brad and Dale? Is that the same
No,
situation?
I don't think that's a fair comparison at all.
No.
Well, I think one is basically a team employee.
Yeah, and even still, look, I don't necessarily agree with. I wasn't here obviously when the Dale thing went down. I definitely don't agree with Brad being taken off the broadcast when he was, and I wouldn't agree with. In theory, I wouldn't agree. I don't think with the Dale thing, but I don't know specifics of that one nearly as much, so I can't speak to that one the same way. But in general, it gives off this vibe
It's
of
crazy, bro.
basically when he says at some point Brad and Dale had the answer for it, and he's insinuating that we do. It definitely gives off this vibe of you're gonna fall in line.
Yeah, it does.
Right. And you're gonna do that, and that's the biggest problem that I have is. For somebody who's had such big shoulders and says the buck stops with me, it sounds like you don't want the buck stop with anybody. You don't want any culpability. You don't want any responsibility. You just want it to go away. You're in denial. You don't want to hear about the diagnosis. Yeah. You don't want to go to the doctor and confirm that you're sick. You don't want to find out that your team's bad. You don't want to hear the confirmation of it's bad. The outlook's not good. Prognosis isn't great. That's his problem right now, and he's in a denial stage and. Eventually, he's going to come around to, I think, the idea that this team's not very good, and I'm largely responsible for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's weird. He's treating your show and the station like it's DallasCowboys.com, and it's not the same thing. Like the Dallas Cowboys Radio Network, you mentioned Sham and Hansen, and I get that a little bit more. Like when I do the pregame show before a Cowboys game, we're on the Dallas Cowboys Radio Network. I have a little bit of a different understanding of I need to be a little bit more careful here
it's not
because
the opinion show as much.
Right, for sure. But there's things that I would probably say on G-Bag or here with you guys that maybe I wouldn't say whenever I'm doing Dallas Cowboys Radio Network pregame show. I think there's a line of demarcation there, but for him to treat you guys like you're the .com, it's just hilarious to me.
I think
he hasn't done it the whole thing. You guys have talked for 14 years.
Yeah,
you guys have asked way more difficult questions.
280 episodes. I think what really happened here, and I think the problem is that Jerry got confused in a moment, and he thinks that Sean's name is Shan, and it's actually Sham. And he's and I think that's what it is.
Yeah, the only thing I can think. Yeah, I can actually
nothing else makes sense.
Yeah, I was gonna say that makes more sense than what's actually happening. Right. It's a crazy situation, dude.
It's something, and
he is confirmed for 8:30 on Tuesday, so he's back in the saddle with you guys. And
no, he's confirmed for 8:30. I don't know that we are. I mean, we may not be here. That's true. Is Sean's suspension supposed to be up by then, or is that when yours starts?
That's when mine starts.
That's when yours starts.
Mine starts on Monday.
He's suspended for Monday and Tuesday.
Okay.
And then so he's not going to be sitting in on
just tagging the suspension.
Maybe you just lean into teeing up the softball questions, like, "Hey, Jerry, I know there's a lot of focus on the fact that you guys didn't score anything. How about them field goals?
You're almost in first place.
How about butter? You know, those how can we get butter? Yeah. How can we get butter on the field a little bit?
That's what we need. All the questions should be directed about Brandon Aubrey because that's the only positive in the entire team. We're just gonna ask
Jerry, break down that 52-yard field goal.
Well, ask Jerry.
Break down that 39-yard.
15 minutes of Brandon Aubrey questions.
Zeke almost touched 12 miles per hour according to Next Gen. We're pretty fired up.
And that 12 miles per hour was on the bus riding them in to get dropped off at the locker. But no, it'd be much easier to make me go away. In terms of you guys have to get the vasectomy excuse. For me, it'd be easy because you could just say Bobby never woke up forever.
Right, that's the game.
Forever.
Yeah, he didn't wake up forever. People would buy that.
Exactly. I oversleep already.
What's going on, Samantha? Where you at, Samantha?
Yeah, exactly. What
you thinking about? What's that? I think that I can't really see it. I'm trying to watch the road. It looks like your emoji got the hand over the mouth. So what's that about?
I feel good about that one.
That's solid work.
So you got a question? You have a question for me this morning? Or are you just gonna be there like that all day?
All right. Let's talk about NFL mock drafts. Job, I know you got one. I'm gonna hit this one first. New NFL mock draft over from The Athletic. We talked about this idea.
Come on, guy.
Chop, you brought it up. You think it'd be insane if Travis Hunter went number one, right? Not necessarily an insane choice from his talent, but you'd be stunned if teams. You'd be stunned if teams would pick him number one because of the position.
I would be stunned if teams pick him number one because I don't believe he could be a two-way player at the NFL.
The number one.
That's like the biggest boost for him.
The number one pick in the latest mock draft over The Athletic It's Travis Hunter, baby. Travis Hunter goes number 1 to the New England Patriots. And we were talking about how Travis Hunter, where he could end up next spring in terms of draft position.
Top 10 for sure, probably top 5.
Probably top 3, I think. And it doesn't matter what position. But now, if he went number 1, we'd have to know what position he's playing in order to properly gauge the history of him going number 1. So if he's playing receiver, this would be the first receiver pick number 1 since.
I mentioned Detroit did somebody number 1.
Oh, it was the Jets.
Yes,
It was
Meeshawn.
yeah.
Meeshawn Johnson in 1996.
The Lions picked like 3 guys in the top 3 number 1. Or like,
Yeah, it was Carlos Rogers, Mike Williams, and Roy Williams.
And Roy, yeah.
Yeah.
At least one of those guys also took a page out of Bobby's mom's book.
God, holy cow! It's the aggressive Carlos Rogers, Joe.
I'm sorry. I was on a roll there. I just felt really good about it. What are we doing there?
All right, if he's playing corner, Eric. If he's playing corner,
I mean, it was a while ago.
Will, do you want to sit in for Eric? I think Eric just got some.
I'm crashing out.
Come on in here, Will. So if he's playing wide receiver, he'll be the first since Keyshawn Johnson in 1996 to go number 1. If he's playing corner, he will be the first to go number 1 since.
Playing corner, number 1.
Wait, corner?
First number 1 corner pick since.
Never.
A corner that went number 1?
Never.
Yeah.
He would be the very first one. So that speaks to your idea. That speaks to your idea of positional value, Chop.
Well, it's just like, now listen, it's just not going to happen. A quarterback's going number 1. We know that. They always do. They almost
probably 2 and 3.
I mean, several years haven't, but
but we know more often than not.
So typically, I looked it up. Over the last 28 NFL drafts, the first pick has been a quarterback 20 times. An edge rusher has been it 5 times. Offensive tackle 3 times. So no other position other than edge, tackle, and quarterback
it's been
has been pick number 1.
75% of the time. Basically, that's been a quarterback.
The highest quarterback picked in this mock draft is Shedeur Sanders to the Raiders at 8. Carson Beck goes 10 to the Dolphins, which tells us that the Athletic thinks what will happen to Tua. And no other quarterbacks go in the first round. So what about the Cowboys? They have them picking at 16 and taking the massive Kentucky defensive tackle, Deion Walker. What did you see on the mock draft yesterday?
So this is from CBS. They do have Travis Hunter going number 1.
I watch CBS and all I see is BS.
I think it's more likely that you get Will Campbell as the number 1 pick than Hunter. Just
he's a really good player.
But the Cowboys, they do have. I mean, they have 5. First of all, they have 5 quarterbacks going in the top 12 in this draft.
That's more realistic than what they have on the other one, which is the first quarterback off the board at 8. That's not happening.
Yeah, so this one's got Cam Ward as the first off the board at 4. Carson Beck at 5. Shedeur at 6.
Whoa. Who's doing this mock draft? That has Shedeur as the 3rd quarterback.
CBS.
No, but who? This has got to be Chris Trapasso. Oh, I knew it.
And then they've got Milrow at 11 and Nussmeier at 12, or Newsmeyer.
I was gonna say that was Newsmeyer.
As some people would say.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not gonna shout it. I'm not gonna trash anybody.
Now I love this though. Cowboys pick 16, which means they didn't make the playoffs. They take Ashton Jeanty out of Boise State.
Yeah, we've seen this one.
9.9 yards a touch.
Look, if you're going to tell me I know we have a disagreement on this. I would take a running back in the first round as long as it's like the back 10, because to me that's the time. Like if you want to talk about how good they play and you get 5 years of control, that's when they're good. That's when I'll pay for 5 years at a how much $4 million rate to get peak running back play. That's worth it.
That's when they're good. Now look, it hasn't worked for Atlanta. They did it recently.
But they took 1 8. I'm talking about if you take 1 26, that's a different.
That's fine. It's a different story. And you're getting your 50 year out of them too. They're going to want it. The problem is you're only going to get 3 years out of them.
A guy like Jeanty, he played till he's 26. That's 5 years.
Right, but we know that they're going to want to, after the 3rd year, they're going to go for a.
So Jared Verse, who went where is he? Like 19th. Okay, Jared Verse went 19. His average salary is $3.7 million for 5 years. So I mean, if you're able to get that out of Jeanty, that's worth it. You're paying Zeke is charging 8 against.
I agree. The problem though is that you're not actually getting 5 years out of him. You only get 3, because then he's going to hold out for a contract.
Right.
And that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, the Cowboys are not anywhere close to a running back away. If they're going to be using some assets in the first round for a running back, I would be beside myself with frustration.
We'll be all in.
So hopefully that is not the case. All right, let's barrel into the Power Hour, the final hour here on a Football Firehouse Friday, live in Denton, station number 3. We'd love to see you here, 35 in McCormick, here until 10 o'clock. We'll chat with Nick Eatman coming up here in just a bit, but RJ Choppy's putting money in your pocket with a Friday Degenerate next year on The Fan.
Miss any part of the boys this morning? Go back and listen anytime on our Odyssey app presented by Comerica.
This is Homer Esiason with Odyssey Sports Minute. After young Messiah Russell videoed some family feuds, her dad warned her that her phone might one day get her into trouble. He couldn't have imagined she would become among the first to cash in on a name, image, and likeness boom with some 1 million social media followers. So set your DVRs to catch my interview with the Olympic 100-meter hurdles gold medalist this weekend on Game Time. I'm Homer Esiason.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-583-5795.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-583-5795. That's 800-583-5795.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Have you been hurt in a car or truck wreck? Call Frankel & Frankel first. Mark and Scott Frankel are the go-to car and truck wreck attorneys in Dallas, and they've been fighting for your rights for over 25 years. Before becoming personal injury lawyers, they defended insurance companies, so they know all the tricks and tactics that insurers use to deny your claim. Trust the experienced, family-owned, and highly awarded Frankel & Frankel to put you first and get the resolution that you deserve. Tell them Sean from The Fan sent you. And remember, it's a felony for a lawyer to reach out to you directly or indirectly via third parties within the first 30 days after an accident. During that time period, they can only send a letter. But attorneys are breaking the law, and many of them are doing it from even outside of the Metroplex, from Houston. So if you or a loved one have been injured,
Good morning
we
to
do
you.
here at The Fan, call and trust Frankel & Frankel. 214 or 817 all threes, or frankelfirm.com, principal office, Dallas, Texas.
Our favorite reason to choose Diamonds Direct over any other jeweler? Free service for life with no fine print. That's right. When you buy your engagement ring or any piece of jewelry at Diamonds Direct, you will never have to pay a dime in the future for sizing, cleaning, or routine maintenance. At Diamonds Direct, there's no gotcha clause, no fine print, no looking for ways to void the warranty. Diamonds Direct, the jeweler you can trust with a no questions asked 100%
Hey, that was
lifetime warranty with no strings attached.
Hey, that was a bad game. I mean, Denver, I told you, if they could capitalize on the last quarter from the previous game, which is what they did, but they got the running back Javonte Williams back also. I think it's Williams. That guy's good. So this is I think it's his first game back. So they got a good run game established, which for a rookie quarterback, I mean, you can't beat that. But again, like I tell you, if New Orleans ran Kamara 25 times, which they did, and they're going to lose, and they lost. But yeah, have a good day, bro.
Mike Massaker with a touchdown deal. Need new windows? Dax Kirks, co-owner of Best Buy Windows and Siding, has the perfect play.
Thanks, Mike. Colos. Get 10 single-hung windows for just $59.50. You won't find a better deal.
Beat the summer heat.
They didn't run Kamara, they were going to lose. And they did run Kamara, and they lost. It's just bad coaching. Bad coaching. I hate bad coaching.
Or visit BestBuyWindowsAndSiding.com today.
They're professionals, man. You got to draft better. And the defense is old. I mean, Cam Jordan been around for 15 years, and he got to go sit down. He shouldn't be playing 4 downs right now. He should be playing probably 2 with max, or 1. Yeah, that's coaching. And they're not drafting well either. Hence, I don't know if Rattler just didn't make good decisions. He's trying to force it. He just didn't make good decisions.
Letter K, postcompany.com. Hello, RJ Choppy for the
But
basics.
yeah.
This season, get premium tech that inspires joy from Dell Technologies. Bring projects to life with the XPS 16. It delivers supercharged processing for enhanced productivity and freedom to express yourself. Performance class Dell PCs with Intel Core Ultra processors deliver a dedicated engine to help accelerate AI. Enjoy free shipping, Dell rewards, and expert support. When you get a Dell PC with AI, it gives back. Shop now at Dell.com/deals.
Lowe's knows it's easier to make the right calls when you have the right team. That's why our Lowe's Red Vest associates can help with game time decisions. Plus, use in-store mode on the Lowe's app to find what you need. Under pressure at home and want it soon? Order online by 2 p.m. to get it same day. Same day valid on eligible in-stock items and select zip codes only, subject to driver availability. Fees vary based on purchase.
Yeah.
Exclusions and more terms
He's
apply.
got to drop better.
Same day delivery for details.
I mean, he got used. I mean, Kamara's a very good running back out the backfield, but you got a rookie quarterback right there. I don't think he understands the system.
Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week.
And he looks he's 5'8" or something. He looks very short too.
So you can get big flavors.
He don't protect the ball well.
Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Not a problem.
Restrictions apply.
Save more at the pump. Earn 2 times the fuel points on your grocery purchase this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday when you click your digital coupon on our site.
It's 105.3 The Fan brought to you by
That was hard to watch last night. 26-3 or whatever. That was hard to watch.
Get 2 free and pay nothing for 2 years. Plus, you'll receive a Dallas Cowboys jersey with a chance to win to a game. Call 866-90Nation or visit .com/Cowboys. This is the exclusive home of Dallas Cowboys football.
Yeah. Well, the Raiders gonna have. I think the Patriots have potential. They got Drake May out there. He's going to be consistent. I think he's going to come around. Probably around, you know, we got 18 games this season. Drake May, once he gets around the end of the season, he's going to be a lot better. I can't say the same for the Panthers because they got Dalton out there and they got Bryce Young on the bench, which Bryce Young had a good offensive line in college. And unfortunately, he doesn't have a good offensive line in Carolina. Raiders, I like to believe in Pierce. I'm just not sure. Them getting rid of Devontae Adams, are they in rebuild mode? They got rid of Josh Jacobs. Bad idea. Jacobs, they let him go. So maybe he saw something that's coming. I don't know if Pierce is the right coach for them. I mean, Singletary tried that too, and you see what happened with Singletary. You can't treat these young men the same way like they're college kids.
He goes in and he talks to his dad, who's something he doesn't know is his dad.
I thought Singletary would be a great coach. And, you know, at the high school level he is. Collegiate, high school, college level, I don't know. He never done college. But professional, it just didn't work for him. Just different mentality is different.
Fix the microphone there, Robert. How? I don't know how. I can't reach it. I can't either. So here we go. All right. Degenerate action here. Can you open the phone? Because I don't have fingers. Okay. Degenerate action here for you. Oh, no. It's falling off. On an absolute heater, by the way. Okay. I'm on a massive heater when it comes to the degenerate. I'm gonna let that
it's going to be a good one. I would say the Chiefs, but they got a lot of things. They can figure stuff out. And they draft well. They got good depth. I think they'll figure it out. And they got Mahomes, so it's never over with him. So you can't ever count him out.
BYU minus 9.5 against Oklahoma.
I got to get some breakfast real quick before I go.
BYU
got a meeting at 11.
Against Oklahoma.
I'm study for some hour before that.
That's right. Get your finger out of my
Hey, you too, bro. Have a good one.
Clemson minus 21.
Do the CD finger sniff.
The CD finger sniff.